Hello guys, so welcome to tonight's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, we'll start with tonight's show. Okay, so Gabriel Martinelli, who is one of the Arsenal players, going to talk ahead of this Champions League match we will play against PSG. So Martinelli is saying, we believe we can win the Champions League. This report was put out by Fabrizio Romano. So Martinelli was quoted to have said, we have the dream, we have this dream. We believe we can win the Champions League. The club has never won this title. The club deserves to have it. It's one of the biggest clubs in the world. We are really, really happy to be involved in this moment. You know, say tonight, I will wait to make Ateta press conference come quickly because I think it's 7 p.m. UK time, maybe like 8 p.m. Nigerian time. So time not really there for me to wait for the interview to come finish and the transcript to come out. So now tomorrow I will talk about the press conference. But PSG don't do their own. Vitinha talk, Luis Enrique talk. So well, they talk different things. Now another time Martinelli call the talk. He call the talk say this game against PSG. This is my biggest game. We are confident. They have a great team, and it will be a big game. You get, because you remember saying when we played Real Madrid, Ateta said that game was the biggest game in his managerial career. Saka also said that game was the biggest game of his career. This game also, because this one don't supersede the Real Madrid also. This one will be of a higher caliber. Now we are playing at the Emirates Stadium. Every stadium is going to come alive. I can't, like, tomorrow is going to be a special. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to go wear tie. Tomorrow is going to be a special occasion, and I just pray that we turn up and the fans turn up for us. Get, if we feel replicate what we will do for the first leg, I'll be very, very happy. Not them another 2-0. You know, go too bad, but we'll just watch and see how things go unfold tomorrow. Now, Ricardo Calafiori will be one of the Arsenal players. He can name Thierry Henry as the best player in the Premier League history. He said Thierry Henry was amazing. I think unstoppable. You get, like say when in the young, I didn't say they watch Thierry Henry because I actually listened to the podcast where he was saying all those things. He was just showering so much encomiums on Thierry Henry, giving him his flowers. No, in recent times, anybody want to talk about Arsenal, maybe they watch Arsenal, you must surely talk about Henry based on say na senior man in be. Now, this evening, Sky Sports going to give us updates. Say Merino, Ben White, they were available in the Arsenal training. They don't come back. Although Ricardo Calafiori and Jorginho, they never returned from their own injury. You know, say Jorginho na ribs. Then Calafiori, well, we still the wait. We could see when he go come back. Now, when I hear say the likes of Ben White don't they available and Merino don't they available, I was happy. But really, I don't know if you remember some days ago, I said it that before we played that last game, we played against Crystal Palace, I said Ateta just wanted to rest these people. No be say anything do Ben White or maybe anything do Merino. The way me I think, or no be say anybody tell me because they add 2 plus off my head, just the kaku. Yes, say this Merino, obviously he needed to be rested because that guy don't dey turn utility player now. He go play midfield, he go play number 9. So the guy go be very important for this PSG game. Remember, he might be drafted in to cover for the missing Thomas Partey. So you might have a midfield of Merino, Rice, Odegaard. While the resurgent Trossard, we don't discover back to back now. We don't find the scoring boots might come and feature against PSG. But at the same time, I think that still reverse everything. Trossard wey dey expect say go play number 9. Fit can go midfield because if you cast your mind back in October last year, Trossard played the midfield when Odegaard was missing against this PSG when we knocked them 2-0. So Odegaard said never played PSG before. This is going to be like his first time. So don't be surprised if Trossard comes to the midfield and plays 8, then Merino plays 9. But regardless of however Ateta won't run out, Merino will still run into the box late. Surely, I know say Ateta go run calculate all these things, but let's just watch. Anyhow, Ibisha. I did here today, let's know I'm not as they go. Now, away from that. So Ben Foster, when they let us, like they talk about Declan Rice, and they ask Raya, you get, say in the world, where is Declan Rice as a midfielder? The right according talk say Declan Rice has to be top 3 midfielders in the world because he can do everything. He can play as a number 8, can play as a number 6, he can play box to box, he can play centre back. So many people don't say Rice will play centre back, you get. But first I can add, he can take free kicks now as well, you get, because this is some skill that we never knew Declan Rice had. You get, so based on what he do for against Real Madrid, in fact, the world now is taking notice of Declan Rice based on his antecedents. All right, so away from that, so Vitinha also don't do his own press conference where they ask him plenty questions how the match against Arsenal will be. Now, Vitinha can explain say tomorrow match will be very different from the first one. Will be them 2-0 because they are going to try and do things differently. Although they call ask him about Declan Rice and the midfield battle, the physicality, about it not they solve. They don't study Arsenal. You get see. Obviously, they're not going to do the same thing they do for the first leg. No, that one will then lose because then lose. So they need to do something different. Well, any way that they plan, should be now tomorrow be the match. We'll see how everything will turn out at the end of the day. Now, we're going to get another report. Say Arsenal have reached an agreement with Bukayo Saka regarding a new contract. Well, if not true, if not lie, in the coming days, we are going to get clarity. The likes of Fabrizio Romano, Charles Watt, Chris Whitley, Ben Jacobs, Kevin Solokos, so many media personalities when it comes to sport news, they will bring it to light. So we'll see everything. Now, they currently asked Ryan Gravenberch. When they ask and say, who is the best one-on-one defender in the EPL? They can say it is Julian Timber. Yes, the Timber, say Timber good gone when it comes to one-on-one. Say the guy they try well. Well, I don't know whether I'm based on say them be the same country. Or maybe truly Timber merits in the top. No be say Timber no good one-on-one, but I just want to get into his head. They may not be saying and wine just the wine us, but the thing is we all know how good Timber can be. Now, Real Sociedad President John Aperibe don't come as I want to talk about Martin Zubimendi. He now said we will see what happens. The only thing I ask of Zubimendi is that please, one last effort to help us qualify for Europe, and whatever has to happen will happen in June. Right now, there's no point in speculating whether he will stay. He has had several opportunities to leave before, and he will make whatever decision he wants because he will have more options, he told RMC Donostia. Gets so the president don't make his intentions like everything. No say I beg. Obviously, everybody knows that the guy will leave now. But before you leave, help us secure Champions League qualification. You don't even mention Champions League in Europe. I think that European qualification on once, probably Champions League or Europa League. Yeah, so now waiting for Europe. And so if you even be UEFA Europa Conference League, anyone will give them, they're available, they will take it like that. Now, Chris Whitley, they also tell us waiting Luis Enrique, who is the coach of PSG, said today. Remember saying himself doing your press conference. Now, Enrique said a lot. No man, go praise Arsenal. You don't go praise Arsenal. You praise Arsenal. Say Arsenal are one of the best European teams. This is a team that is so intense physically. You know, say before when teams want play us, they will say Arsenal they are small league, yeah, they're not strong. Now you remember the battle we fought with the likes of Stoke, the likes of Bolton Wanderers. Those years with Chelsea, they use physicality, they bully us. Like those years, people bully us, but these days now we the beg say we no use our physicality by person. Say our physicality too much. People are complaining. The same question they were asking Vitinha in his own press conference. Say the physicality of Arsenal, not just enough you contain now. Chef Fabian Ruiz and you yourself, and if you run now, you get so they say that's this up. Well, I like the fact say their own coach, they come aside, they say the same thing because we know they smile. Now, Espanyol goalkeeper Joan Garcia, instead of don't come aside when they talk about Arsenal, he said there was a lot of interest last summer, especially from Arsenal, but I stayed here. And since then, I've been 100% focused on this season. We all know mine and the club situation, and anything can happen, but the future is going to tell. He was telling AP, the Associated Press. But the thing is, it is no longer a secret. Everyone knows that Arteta really admires the player, and Roberto herself done they sold on the idea that we're going to get this player into the club. He's one of the best goalkeepers in La Liga there. So I don't think, like now, if you check, we don't really get second choice goalkeeper. The second choice goalkeeper in our club now was brought on loan. He was even cup tied. So ahead of next season, we don't want to make that same mistake because at 9 minutes we run go to pursue Garcia. Nobody say the guy took cost. That guy 25-30 million, he don't collect that. So he's a like signing him, we will be in capable hands. You get this season. I was seeing one record say Raya and some players don't play the most minutes in Serie A. Why? Because we didn't have a capable number 2. That is why, and it is not supposed to be. That is where fatigue comes in. Get so let's just hope we correct all these things ahead of next season. All right, let's bring the message from one of our sponsors, Mr. Anayo, who's a real estate agent. So he has 14 plots of land for sale at Nora Scott Luxury Estates, Ohia Igbelu, the Rubber Estate at the back of airports in Abara Eche, in the Eche local government area of River State. So this 14 plot of land, 6 plots days together, 4 days together, 3 days together, and 1 day standalone. So it's 1.2 million naira per plot. So if you're interested in this piece of property, reach out to Mr. Anayo on 0032765227 or 08119329922. Like I said, if you're interested in this piece of property, do give him a call. Now, away from that, so Paul Merson is coming out also to talk about this PSG match that Arsenal can beat PSG. In fact, say Arsenal have a massive opportunity to even win the Champions League, not just to beat PSG. The video long, you get, so might just giving a small excerpt of the video. I will still post the video later. So Paul Merson was saying Arsenal can beat PSG over 2 legs in the Champions League semi-final and have a massive opportunity to win the competition. In fact, at some point, Merson could say, thank God, say Arsenal rested for like 6 days. That is massive. So Arsenal go over ready for this match, physically, mentally, psychologically. They go ready back. Say before English teams say on this type of stage, most of them they usually compete for the league title. So you go they disturb their Champions League. Look at what is happening to Inter. Because of Champions League, Inter no dey too put body for the Serie A. Because of that, the last match wey dem play, Inter lost. Last match na Inter lost. How many games when season end? Napoli come play win. Now Napoli dey gap Inter with 3 points because Inter dey focus on Barca. You get, so now what did they affect them? So now what did Baba dey talk say as we dey now, no get anything wey dey pursue for league. This is the holy grail we are looking for. So we have every opportunity to rest, and God just do and say the people who are supposed to play for weekend, then save day for cup semi-final. So we had to schedule the match early. That's why we enjoyed that 6 days. Look at PSG now when they play OG Nice. No resting now. What if the thing after they complain? They don't really get resting, but it is what it is. It don't happen. So we'll just see how at the end of the day, in fact, when match don't end, we will know whether all this rest with that it really affect anything. You get now Bournemouth for they appeal the suspension of Ivan Nelson, one of the strikers who then give red card against Manchester United, because this guy is going to miss the Arsenal game. So they don't appeal him, but they see whether the FA will listen to them and just make the guy available against Arsenal because they need him, because themselves they pursue European places and they want to make sure that the guy is available for their games. Yeah, so that one saved it. Now, away from that, so PSG boss Luis Enrique can't they complain against of French media? Say French media know that what they do, you know, makes sense. Say, how do you give us negative publicity ahead of this important match against Arsenal in the Champions League? Say, you don't make any sense. Even Vitinha herself talk about that because now Vitinha and Luis Enrique do press conference. PSG boss Luis Enrique has hit out at the French media for criticizing his side on the eve of their Champions League semi-final with Arsenal. PSG have suffered a dip in form ahead of the first leg at the Emirates Stadium, winning just one of their last 4 games in all competition. Because of that, the French media like L'Equipe and others when they talk say PSG no dey ready for this Arsenal match, therefore Arsenal go beat them. You get, before this OG Nice match and Nantes match, they praise PSG, say PSG they go buy Arsenal, they good, they ready. But when they draw Nantes 1-1, the media come put fire for their bomb. And if they say, man, no worry, leave Nantes. The OG Nice match, boys and get ready. Yeah, now boys let Arsenal know, Baba. OG Nice tell them, hey, back here, get a 3-1. So they don't believe her. You get, so that's just the way it is. They lost. Yeah, so it did happen. All right, let's bring a message from another of our sponsor, Mobile Water Associates and Co. Limited. They are into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 80 646 422 34, and they're located at number 7 Ekeniwa Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in their services, do reach out to them. All right, so the biggest news of the night is the fact that Gabriel Martinelli, who is an Arsenal player, is telling us, the fans, that they believe they can win the Champions League. Yeah, so Baba talk a whole lot. Say Arsenal, as a big club, supposed to don't win something like this, but we never win them. You get so, and then they happy to they involved in this moment, and they will help us run up. So, my dear Arsenal lovers, if you're getting value from the podcast, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow us and repost our videos so that it will go far and wide and reach new people who never see our podcast before. And as to do so, may God bless you guys. So I think it's a fine place for us to call the show an end till I come your way tomorrow morning to give you the morning news. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your night. Now good night. Have a nice day. All right, guys. Ciao.